Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the All Majors tournament for 2023. This is Losers Round 4. We have Blossom and Emo versus Chris and Serp. Our gimmicks here are No Swim, No Tear, Infection Skips, and, well, supposedly there are 3 items at GPZ, but as we can already see from the tracker, there's nothing there. So, this will be interesting. Okay, well, so let's see, Aggie, what are you seeing in this tracker here? What do you think?
We have 7 items at City, so we may see some nil 4 action come up once again. We also have 8 at Fungal, which
Yeah.
is massive. And I think it's the largest amount of mages we've seen at Fungal so far.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. That's a lot of items. It's probably about half the items there.
Mm.
So probably looking to get there. We don't have a way of getting there immediately. As you can see, the starts are Colosseum and Moloch. And yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they just don't go up to Dirtmouth at all right now because it doesn't really seem worth it. I guess there could be a stag at one of the shops, but it doesn't really seem that worth. They might just go down. I don't know. We'll see what they choose. There are 3 items at GPZ. However, none of them are major.
It is sad.
Okay,
Emo
so
going to fight Molek.
yeah, Emo electing to fight Moloch and Chris this. Oh,
Oh?
Chris will also be fighting Moloch. Okay. We have green path tag. Okay, that's actually interesting. I don't know if Serp will also do call. Okay. Serp will also check this, so. Oh, and it looks like. Do they all have. No, they don't all have Sprint Master on. I think Serp just equipped it at the bench,
Yeah.
probably. This is
Sprint Master
dangerous,
for
though.
0.
Yeah, this is. You cannot get out of here. Yeah. Serp's gonna have to warp, because you can't get out of there without hazard warping, and so if you're on 1 HP, you just die. And we see, oh, there's apparently a love key at the Corner Fern Crossroads.
Mm.
That's one of the majors.
Maybe it's foreboding to what's going to be at Collector later.
I mean, yeah, with City 7, kinda how logic chains work, it's not unlikely that we see that collector be important in this seed.
Mm.
Surf actually falling past a check here. Typically want to get that check before going for Acrodeck. Okay. Yeah. Gets that Rancid Egg, but might be struggling to get back up to the other Soul Totem. And you see her fall down and go into the next room. Ooh. Was that a claw? Do you see that?
I did not.
I believe I saw a claw at something like 16 to 20.
Ooh. Yep, yeah. If it is, this will be a rush for Grubs.
Yeah, this is it'll be interesting because it's a I don't really know. You definitely can't get 16 right now, but where do you go for them? Like maybe even if you get wings at some point, you just fight Collector because there are 3 grubs there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lot of grubs. Lot of grubs. And yeah, I imagine we're gonna see everyone
Slurpee taken
equipping
to death.
Sprint Master here. It's unfortunate. Yeah, the other thing is, well, you don't have to worry about it with Sprint Master, but if you die at Kahlo start, the Bellflies actually respawn. As opposed to if you just warp back, it doesn't consider it benching, and therefore they do not respawn. So usually would be a little bit rough. Having a Sprint Master makes it easy though. You can just walk right past them and not worry. But yeah, I hope everyone having a good day, has been enjoying the whole tournament so far. Excited for hopefully a close race here. And Serp is here again, which I don't know. I'm not a big fan of going for the pogo back up there. I think going from the top is the better way to do it, and I would be scared of losing Geo here.
Yeah, it would be very scary.
So, I mean, what do we have right now? Where's our
Yeah,
Where's our direction? I mean, because we saw the green path stag, so that's something that we could look at for a logic chain. But I think the runners right now are looking at City of Tier 7 and just thinking that that's got to be where they stay right now.
Even though there's not really that much they can do in city right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot they can check, but it might be enticing to them that there's 7 majors there.
Yeah, so they're thinking there might be something that's going to help them. Emo finding Defender's Crest to A-mount.
Oh, and a Dreamer. That's certainly not what they were looking for.
No.
What is... Oh, okay. Just a Weaver song kill.
French vanilla.
That's not in the right spot.
Nah, it's French vanilla. So it's close enough.
Goes.
Yeah, Snail Shaman must have misplaced it.
The snail shaman dropped it.
Yeah.
Upwards.
Yeah, look, they needed to feed their pet folder shell.
Also, I guess should be mentioned that there was an agreed upon 2.5 second load normalizer. I guess you're forced to agree. There's no debate. But yeah, they are playing with a 2.5 second load normalizer here. Yeah, GPZ could have an unbreakable, but there's nothing in Dirt Myths, so unbreakables are not... They're not great. What we're hoping for is 3 Palor at GPZ. So the things you'd look at that aren't major that could be important are things like stags, eggs, fragiles, simple keys. and Palor. But a lot of those things revolve around Dirtmouth anyway, with eggs and fragiles. So it is just weird that Dirtmouth is 0.
Emo making their way into the incredibly stacked fungal. Finding a wet frag at Legita.
Do you think it's interesting that Blossom is choosing to ignore the green path snag?
Yeah, I think so.
It's hard to say what's right, because actually Basin is very dense here in Majors. But it does feel like the seed wants you to go to green path stag. So I would be interested to see at least one player get to green path sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be something that Blossom will end up doing after finishing up in Ancient Basin here.
Very, very clean skip and arena there from Blossom. Yeah, we see Chris heading through Ancestral
Meal
Mound.
upgrade at Fountain.
Ooh. So Mothwing Cloak at Cornifer in Fungal.
Missing the Soul Totem. And Basin.
The starts are, we have Coliseum start and Malek start. There's another half of Muscle. And yeah, it does look like Emo's going towards right Funka here with that dash, which makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess Blossom's going back for the Soul Totem.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Have to go back for that. And yeah, so infection skips are on, so going to fungal there's in logic. I think yeah, they don't have it yet because Serp hasn't made it to Left Side City. Serp's really been having a struggle with this start, I think. Just unfamiliarity with how to play this area is making it really difficult. And there's a wings. So we're probably going to see red team start rushing grubs here pretty soon. And going for that claw. You'll probably see Blossom go back to City and start clearing it since there's a lot more stuff you can do now. And yeah, I'd imagine they just rush grubs for claw now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not sure, I think Chris might have gone for the Fireball skip and missed it, so we now have a Shade skip here. Makes enough sense. You don't really have reason to believe there are other places that you should be going. I mean, Green Path Stag is a place to go right now. I'd say not a bad place either. And Serp takes another death. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, if Serp can't... yeah, if Serp can't get out of these places, blue team's gonna have a real struggle because that infection is important, and there are likely to be other important things around here. Although it's not technically all bad news for Chris, since you can with just Fireball get to Fungal. So if she is comfortable with doing those kinds of skips, then it is possible for her to get there. Yeah, Dreamer is in Left City, and Serp appears to not quite understand how to do the start. Having a real rough go of it here. I believe the Wings was at the Soul Totem before Pilgrim's Way. And I'm not sure if did we see if Emo went for the Pilgrim's Way totem? I assume not. It's a rough skip.
Yeah, I don't think
but...
so.
Yeah, and reasonably we see Emo doing Mantis Lords, Blossom doing City. These are all very sensible plays. One thing to note, though, is that Emo will be stranding this Lifeblood here. There's Lifeblood right next to the Mantis Lords. But Emo will be stranding it because no Claw and no C-Dash.
Not the worst deck in the world to strand.
Yeah, if you get the Mantis Village bench, it's not the worst thing. It is still a bit out of the way, but not the worst. And we do see Chris heading into Green Path. And this might be our first look at Green Path. I mean, Green Path's only 2, and I imagine that's why they didn't rush it before. But yeah, it is gonna be rough if Serp can't make it to the check that she needs to get. Because all of the checks that Blossom did in the beginning are in Logic, and they are required. So if Serp is unable to get these, Blue's gonna really struggle to catch up. Yeah, and Serp seeming to not know how to do the skip.
That gets skipped. AFP. Did Emo check Mantis Village? Question mark. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you might get to skip there. That's good. We do see Serp here finally getting to left side, so hopefully they will get the dash and wings soon.
I hope so.
And yeah, if people don't know, there is a thing where after you defeat Mantis Lords, the Mantises become passive towards you, and well, they'll only attack you if you attack them first. So one thing that you can do if you are trying to do the Mantis Lord's rewards is you can open it. You can do the skip while they're angry, and then open the lever, and then you do not have to do the skip afterwards and waste a few hits on them to get them to attack you and follow you. It can sometimes make the skip a little bit easier. And there they get the infection, so I think Chris is probably going to go there now. And Emo actually setting up a shade skip for the Journal above Mantis Village. Still seeing that fungal is 4.
Yeah,
I don't know, have we
here's a
counted
good
the
play.
checks that are left?
We have not. There's this one. There is Uncle
Yep.
Core.
And there's Elder Who. So if they've done all the other checks,
Has Emo checked
I
Dash
think
Master?
this is guaranteed. Yeah, I don't know. If Emo has checked Dash Master, this might just be guaranteed. I think they could have actually used that fireball there, but gets it. And it ends up being a nail upgrade, so no big deal. I do think their play here is just to rush grubs. I don't... Yeah. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Rushing grubs is the best play here. While getting it, well, other checks also.
Okay, so Emo had not done Queen Station checks, so it was not guaranteed at the time.
Christmas.
Ooh. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah, and
taking a
actually,
death to Shrooms.
I think interestingly here, we're not seeing a big check lead open up because red is going for areas that are major dense, but have harder and longer checks overall. So I'm not sure. So, because they haven't exactly found progression, I don't believe there are 16 or whatever grubs. Or, oh, they have not checked grubs yet, actually. They're going to see it now. Okay.
Yep,
Bought 21
grubs for
grubs.
claw.
Yeah, I don't believe they have access to 21 grubs right now. Especially with no access to peak. But I imagine that's on their radar now. They're probably looking to get that as soon as possible. Wondering if we might even see a shade skip to cliffs here. It's a little doubtful because it's a bit harder without at least 3 hits on your shade, but... And this could just be the Balder Shell play. Yep, okay. Huge E-Stag from Sir.
And first finding the dash.
Nice. And actually, all of our players here have the damage counter mod. And I think it's a little bit telling that Serpin has taken the most damage by almost double of everyone else. Because you can just tell that there have been struggles for Serp. Nice wiggles from Blossom. And we're gonna see the wings here from Chris. Ooh.
There we go.
Chris also electing to not go. Makes sense. Makes sense. And yeah, I think what we're seeing here from red team as Emo just barely misses the timing on the Gruz kill. Is they're just looking for a way to get somewhere. They kind of don't have a direction right now, which is a little interesting because they get dash and they have wings and they just don't really have logical access places. Dash Master for 0 and Sprint Master for 0.
Love to see it.
It's quite the sight. Okay, so I think, yeah, Blossom's going to be getting it around here. But there is logical deep nest access via QG stag. There it is. So I think that's where they're going to look now. Yeah, Emo's already headed there, probably before even seeing QG stag. This... Okay. Still gets it. I think they might have Mark of Pride, so a little bit easier, but that is the harder way to do it. You want to typically try to get it on the platform, which makes it easier to pogo and get up. And now this area with wings and dash, it's going to be a lot more comfortable for Serp. And another quirk about these settings is that by default mimics are randomized, so these, as Emo decides to save them in an interesting order, these 4 all end up being grubs. Actually a lot easier to collect grubs. And are they ending at 12 there? Okay, so
Yeah,
probably right now they're trying to brainstorm how to get 9 more. I mean, what would you say? What would you think the next easiest grubs are, Aggie? What would you be looking at?
Yeah, definitely deep nest, like deep nest. Ring path as we're about to see from Bloom.
I think those are both reasonable. They don't have access to things like Crystal Peak or Resting
Yeah.
Grounds.
It
Crystal
should
Peak, of
definitely
course,
help
having
with the
7.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is true, they do have collector access.
Yeah, they have collector
It's
access, so they could do that.
not completely unreasonable,
They
if not
also
for the fact
have
that they just don't have damage.
oh, they do have a couple of nail
Um,
upgrades under their belt.
Yeah, ooh,
Oh,
just takes a death there. Yeah, that
that
sucks.
is a pretty costly death.
So the only problem with using nail upgrades for collector is that you then have to take 2 Vengeflies rather than just
Yeah,
1 to get the grubs. And that just makes it a lot more difficult to
yeah,
perform
makes sense.
the skip. So I imagine they're gonna try to avoid that for now, but it is something to keep in mind if people, or if they start getting antsy and want claw sooner. So Chris,
Yeah,
I think died to Mantis Lords, but it looks like
yeah,
she must have gotten Bretta Bench first because she's back here really quickly.
yeah. That's
Oh,
most
and
definitely what she did.
where was the Dream Nail? I guess it was at
Oh,
that Soul Totem there.
yeah, must have been.
Pretty big. That opens up a lot of checks. Do you see Serp here with her signature flukes?
I'm going back
And
to Nailsmith.
yeah, if we're looking at the check the check difference, it's something on the order of 30, 35.
Yeah,
So
30 oh, ver- incredibly large check difference now.
we can see that the early time difference to dash and wings really making a difference. Lantern at nail 3. Um, so yeah, I mean that makes Dark Deep Nest seem reasonable for
Yeah,
emo. It makes it
and
possible to get into Crystal Peak for more grubs.
and that would be very
Uh,
big.
yeah, it just kind of opens up a lot of options. I'm interested that Blossom's actually going down here into Abyss. Since you already know where Claw is, I feel like
Hmm.
it might be better to get that first. I mean, it is reasonable since they still do see that Basin is
Yeah,
4. But definitely seems like Russian Claw would be the most concrete play here.
yeah. 21 grubs for Claw L.
So the not swim and not tier are items. They are items called not swim and not tier. The items allow you to not take damage from their respective hazard, but they still will hazard respawn you. And yeah, so they don't They don't really find anything useful in Abyss.
Yeah,
They saw
they
a
find a dreamer,
dreamer
but they can't
and
get access
swim
to it
and
right now.
yeah, and not swim, but I'm sure they were hoping for Sea Dash there.
Mm.
Since that's really the only other thing they need aside from before spells. They probably also want to see some extra damage coming in. But yeah, I do think focusing on grubs is the right thing to do right now.
Mm.
And yeah, I think we're going to be seeing that.
Yep, Serpy is wearing Fluke Nest. I wouldn't expect any less.
Yep, this is Serp's signature. Instant fluke nest. As soon as you see it. Not entirely true. It does change the logic, specifically because with just um not tier or not swim, it doesn't actually allow you to get through the acid or the water. You need to be able to skip through it. So it kind of forces acid skips. But essentially it's just meant to remove the item, but add in a convenience bonus of not taking damage if you do fall in the hazard. Yes, there is a skip to get to Un. Oh, Chris. Isma's is no longer vertical because you cannot jump out of the acid. This is true. And we're yeah, a lot of grubs coming out from red team here. Yep.
It's very possible Emo is going to make their way to either peak or just go straight to grub. Or they are one shot. Or oh, cool. There we go.
And there's 21.
Reform and Nemo will be the first team to get Claudius Seed.
And I imagine that's only going to make the gap worse.
Oh, it's gonna make it much worse. Because at this point, red team practically have full movement.
And then with Lantern and Dreamnail and Claw, I imagine we're just gonna see Emo full clear Deep Nest here. I can't see.
Yeah, I can see
wouldn't.
that happening. Deep Nest full. Very good.
And Blossom's gonna be scrounging around for the singular Queen's Gardens check for a bit. and it's really just a catch-up game right now for blue team. They're gonna want to get to claw as quickly as possible, and the longer they go without claw, the closer red team will be to finishing. So it feels almost fatalistic at this point. Just watching how red team slowly makes the gap bigger and bigger and bigger. But it is up to blue to step up and just get claw as soon as possible. And Blossom having a struggle with the love key skip. Bit unfortunate because, as we were mentioning, they cannot get Isma's tier, so if they can't do that skip, they will have to wait till they have C dash, and the unfortunate thing is that item could be C dash, because that skip is, I believe, in logic. Well,
No,
it might
they
not be
don't
in
have
logic.
Nodismus yet, so it's not quite in logic.
Yeah, it's not quite in logic, but also I think that skip. Well, they have dash master, so maybe it is, but I think fireball skips have to be on for any air stall logic to be possible. I'm not entirely sure on that, but yeah, it could be rough if they're unable to get that skip. Not entirely sure.
While making their way into Sanctum in the meantime.
And yeah, this is reasonable. I assume they're just gonna go clear city because that's the one that's like still, or that's the one that they saw that was big early on. They've cleared a lot of it at this point, but still has a few. It's interesting that I guess it's Emo's job to do peek, and the weird thing is there's no dive. We haven't seen dive from either side.
Yeah. It is possible we might see dive in peak.
Yeah, entirely possible. Quirky thing is that you can enter through the lantern entrance and then climb up for the entrance egg, even though typically you think of that as being behind a dive floor. You can actually climb back up and get the check anyway. So
that would be pretty funny if there was a dive there.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see a dive there.
And someone master down on Provolone.
And yeah, if you were watching Emo's screen there, they just dunked inside of the water to get back to the start of the room where their hazard respawn was, but they didn't take any damage because Blossom had picked up the not swim. There you see the item in action. And Blossom unable to check the rest of Sanctum there because of no dive. Interesting how sparse the spells are.
Yeah. We've only seen BS so far.
Also, Serp
And-
seeing Lantern but not being able to buy it. Unfortunate. Let's go to Grubs here. Are they at 21? Oh,
Yep,
they
They
are.
are at 21, so they're going to get
So
their claw.
yeah, they
Let's
did
go.
a really fast job of rushing that claw. So it's good on them. I think they did focus it a little bit better than Red did. Red was
Yeah, I think so.
checking some loose ends here and there with just their wings dash. And Blue definitely went straight for it. But we'll see if that's in any way going to bring them back. I mean, it feels like they have to find C-Dash immediately in order to catch up at all here.
Yeah.
It really does feel fatalistic at this point. Like, there's almost nothing they can do.
Fortunately,
seeing Fungal Core here
nothing
from
really
Nemo.
at Stone Sanctuary.
And these are new checks here. We have Fungal Core and Shio.
Yeah, Fungal Core is all but guaranteed to have at least one. Oh no.
I'm not sure
I'm
if
wrong.
they've checked Elder Who yet.
I don't think so.
So I believe the last checks in Fungal for them are Elder Who and the Soul Totem in Pilgrim's Way.
Yeah, that would make sense.
We're definitely going to have to see a truly heroic effort from Blue Team here if they want to catch up. This is a massive check difference, just the difference to dash, the difference to wings. They closed the gap to claw, but they are still behind on checks, and they just need to get cracking on those checks. Get the majors, get them quickly. I mean, this is it. They gotta step up and zoom now.
Oh, yep. Bomb is
Chris
doing
in
the
a
right play and
dangerous
heading
one.
to Watcher Knights.
Yeah, Chris in a dangerous spot here in Zone Arena. Makes it out though. And I think last time we were here, we saw Blossom warp out of Basin.
Yeah.
So these might actually be new checks here from Serp. It is still interesting because I think we don't even have 2 spells yet, which means that a lot of these bosses just aren't in Logic. Oh. I missed the Wraiths. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
I guess also of note is that the runners are essentially safe to claim their nail upgrades.
Apparently
there
it
is
was
a thing.
in Green Path. I
I
just don't.
imagine probably Shio.
Yeah.
It's essentially free to claim nail upgrades at this point. There are like a whole
Oh no.
multitude of
Oh,
bosses that gain HP when you have nail
um,
upgrades,
please.
but
Please.
it's often still worth it. Blossom having a bit of a struggle with Watcher Knights here.
Yeah, watching that's being quite bully. I honestly I thought they died to Peacock.
Bit understandable here. This is not your everyday damage against Watcher Knights. There's no Shaman. There's just Wraiths and VS.
And practically low percent damage on
To
watches.
tell, so I don't know which tracker we're taking from here, but from the tracker at the top, it looks like they have nail 0. So it's likely that Blossom is still sitting on nail 0, and I think it might be a good play to start claiming nail upgrades just because they have claw.
Yeah.
Some people think that it's not worth because of Dream Warriors, but at this point, with how long this has taken, I think
It might have even been worth
it's
to attempt to claim upgrades mid-fight, or just as the
yeah.
fight's starting, for example.
Ooh, okay, that was definitely a bit lucky there. I think they barely got, so a
Yeah,
little bit
that
lucky,
was
but
very close.
yeah, definitely having to heal multiple times during Watcher Nights is gonna be a lot more time than losing a bit of time in Dream Warriors.
Mm.
But of course,
Yeah. And
some runners
finding their
just don't like getting them. So.
finding their first dive at Lurian.
Yeah,
And now
and
red team has all base spells.
now they're gonna be comfortable going into peak. And I'm not actually sure what the split is here for Blossom and Emo. Kind of interesting because it feels like the denser areas are the ones that
Yeah, Bomb's
Emo
gonna.
has access to.
Yeah,
Although
Bomb's
there is
on
base
the
in
way to
here,
get
so
Lurian.
Lurian and presumably check the rest.
Yeah.
Interestingly to note here is that Blossom cannot cross the swim gap despite the fact that they have swim. It's actually a not swim, so they cannot get across the Void Tendrils Lake even after lighting the lantern because they do not have Sea Dash. So they're only going to be able to get this one major uh, at Shriek, and then they're going to be Serp getting early control. They're gonna be forced to warp out here. And take probably even more trips down.
Yeah. I don't think at this point our Bomb will be going back to Abyss until they have Sea Dash.
Is this gonna be our first glimpse at? Oh, it will not be our first glimpse at Pale Liquor. Pale Lurker, in fact, one of those bosses that does scale with Nail, and pretty harshly, to be honest, especially considering she stays outside your normal range and you want to use Fireball more often, and it's a tough fight with Nail upgrades and the damage they have.
So true, L. No,
Oh. Yeah, Emo noticing Walkling storage there and just kind of staring at it. Understandable, doesn't want to save time with it. I don't think there was any way that Walkling storage could have saved time, but always safe to go back there and take a quick stop just in case, so that you don't potentially disqualify your team for some reason or another. You can say that it didn't save time and it was accidental, and so perfectly within the rules. And definitely a reasonable choice to come back to Black Egg here. It's kind of the edge of a chain. Oh no, there's another death here from blue team.
Thankfully, that death isn't too costly.
Yeah, it's just kind of seeming like when it rains, it pours, right? Like,
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
seeing deaths all around with blue team, and red team not having anywhere near this kind of struggle. So it is a bit of a rough thing to see, but it does happen sometimes. Sometimes you're just not on your game and you're trying to rush it maybe, or you're trying to go faster than normal and you just die repeatedly, and it makes it even harder to play. Just, it can be rough to play like this. But interestingly, we see the first Void spell here from blue team.
It has impeccable timing.
I believe that was somewhere in Cliffs.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly
I
sure
believe so
which
as well.
item, but it was in Cliffs. No more majors in Cliffs, so yeah, I think it's interesting that we haven't seen red team touch Cliffs at all, because actually that's 2 is pretty decent for how many items are in Cliffs. It's only, I don't know, like 7 or so. But yeah. And wow. Did Emo get hit through the wall twice there? I think one of those might have been the Shard Might, but I think Emo did get hit through the wall once there at least. A bit rude from those laser guys. We're getting another Watcher Knights here, and this will lead to dive, so that's good. And I imagine them having Shade Soul, this is not going to be nearly as difficult for them.
Shade Salt and Flukes.
Oh, and I'm not sure, I'm not sure when they got Stagnest Stag, but this is Cliffs from Blossom here.
And so they'll very soon have Shade Soul.
Yep. Also on 1 HP for this fight. Though she is using Shade Soul Flukes, so I imagine this will go a lot faster than what I believe it was Blossom had. Oh no!
Oh. Okay. Thankfully, Serpi is taking Spy Event, so it's not too bad. Not a terrible death.
Yeah, and Serp maybe being used to there's a shriek from Emo. Serp maybe being used to Shaman with these flukes and not expecting them to still be alive. I think there might have also been a misinput. It looked like fireballed the wrong direction, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Gotta shake it off and keep going. We had a call from chat here for Vanilla C Dash. So let's see. So I'll keep our eyes on what Emo's doing here. And don't die. Okay. And the verdict is no.
The verdict is Wayward Compass.
And there is the eventual kill from Serp. And honestly, I don't even imagine that that's that much slower compared to Blossom's consecutive heals
honestly,
in Watcher Knights. So
yeah,
not too bad of a loss, but again, they're the ones that need to be catching up. So not losing is not optimal here. They want to be gaining. Oh my gosh, a synced Dreamer entry from blue team. As we have elevator past the dive.
Yeah, P. We're making their way into resting grounds. And yep. I'm buying the nail upgrade at Basin.
Basin at 1. And they're going to want to see C-Dash for the rest of the checks in Abyss, but is... Oh.
Oh.
I think we just saw Awoken Dreamnail, which is interesting because...
Yep, we just saw Worknail.
Do you believe that there are a lot of checks in White Palace that are in logic without C-Dash? In fact, I think all the way up to the first Soul Totem and Path of Pain is in easy logic.
The second one in Path of Pain.
Oh, the second one even.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very possible we see C-Dash there.
Yeah, we may be seeing a rush to White Palace and a C-Dash in White Palace. Could be even in Path of Pain, which would be a shocking turn of events for a seed that deprived us of GPZ content. Okay, so apparently resting ground isn't cleared yet, which is why Emo's checking this. Is it a major item?
We shall find out. Unfortunately, just a payload.
Yeah, they're gonna be dodging. They're gonna be happy that they get to dodge a bullet here.
Yeah. Petition for nothing as a major item.
Serp's gonna want to heal here, for sure. That's not safe. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's just this kind of. You can see how Serp's playstyle is translating in the damage counter. Just kind of not necessarily being super familiar with the fights, but going super aggressive on them anyway, and it's really hurting. Um, it has paid off in some situations, and it has really hurt in others. It's been pretty volatile.
yeah.
Emo going for Nosk here. And yeah, it's the final 10. Ooh, someone just equipped nail upgrades. I think that was Blossom.
That was Bob. As they're heading back for Soul Tower. And the rest of Sanctum.
Yeah, so I don't think I watched what Emo did in Resting Grounds, but presumably from what's still in Logic, the last item in Resting Grounds is at Blue Lake. Blue Lake Rancid Egg.
Which is oddlocked by B-Dash, I think, question mark?
No.
In this
But
particular...
yes.
Yeah. In this specific instance, I think.
Still no.
No? Ah.
There is a very weird set of jumps that you can do on Weird Wall.
Ah. Interesting.
And I think it's also a bunch of turnaround fireballs. But technically it exists. In someone's back pocket, I'm sure. Yeah, and we're at the final 8 for red team, while we're still at 21 for blue team. I would be interested in seeing an early white palace here from red team. I think it's the play. It's the only area that has a lot of checks left. It's not completely unlikely that C-Dash is just there. Although it is equally likely to be in basically every other place, but it is still their most check dense area, or their most major dense area.
There we go. There's the last crossroads major for our team. the Soul Turtle just before Frog Canyon?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what is still left in City of Tears for Red Team.
Um, if have they done Collector? I don't think so.
Yeah, Collector and Soul Tyrant were the thoughts. I don't know if did Blossom just do Soul Tyrant? Not sure.
I'm fairly sure they've already checked Pleasure House.
So it is possible that it's just Collector left. Interesting is that Emo is the one choosing to do White Palace, and Emo actually has Sharp Shadow on right now, which could mean they're gonna try to do
Ah,
a few more checks in Path of Pain even.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Serp
See
should turn around
Dashless
here
Path of Pain
because
Eyes.
yeah, Serp will turn around here because in this tournament we actually have full flexible count off, which means that soul totems are guaranteed to be soul totems and only soul totems. So if you do not need soul, you do not need to go get them. Oh, and the bait! The long lag spike into the Hunter's Journal. And Emo going for a C-Dash. Realizing they do not have C-Dash, and then embarrassingly dashing back to the left.
It is very
Ooh.
easy to forget that you don't have T dash.
Very clean jump there from Blossom. I'm not sure. I didn't see how many tries, if it was first try, but it was very clean, so good on that. Oh, it's Shopkey.
Yeah.
I don't know who has Sly.
It doesn't really matter
It's
that of who has Sly with Dartmouth Zero.
that is entirely true. Blossom here going to be trying to clear the entirety of Waterways. No C-Dash. Emo trying to remember what it's like to be in White Palace without C-Dash.
We're taking off the Sharp Shadow.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Could be messing with their movement. Also, if they do dash strats in Heck Corridor, also, did they leave Sprint Master on? They left Sprint Master on. That could also be detrimental for Heck Corridor.
Sappy on the on phase way to collector. And this is the first collector we're going to be seeing this seat. Oh,
Yeah. Luckily, blue team's still giving us content.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh, and wait, when did Serp take off Flukes?
What?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, not taking off the flukes.
I assumed we were gonna see Collector getting filled with Flukes and then... Oh no.
And we didn't.
We have a call from chat. If we see a C dash at White Defender, that chatter gets $100.
But specifically 100 Monopoly dollars.
And oh, so it was not a major at Tower of Love.
Huh?
Be interested to see what was missed by Red Team.
Ah. Has Red Team done King's Arena? Question mark.
Do they have... Oh, so apparently Red Team does not have Elegant Key, which makes sense. Yeah, you can see on the
yeah.
tracker, they don't have Elegant Key.
Yeah, so it's very much so it could very well be at Iki. Oh,
Okay,
Iki.
Emo actually warping out after the first totem in Path of Pain. Oh, and then Crystal Heart is at White Defender.
At White Defender.
We have a winner in chat. We have a winner. And yeah, we'll see Blossom here clearing out Abyss and hoping that Elegant Key is here, then hopefully clearing out City while Emo is doing White Palace. And actually, Elegant Key's just chilling somewhere in Palace, so not sure how this is gonna get split. Oh! Blossom has not done Soul Time, apparently.
Interesting.
Emo having a real struggle with this jump. It's understandable. It's a bit of a difficult jump. There. And yeah, with that C dash at White Defender, I don't really see a way that blue team comes back. There was always a chance that maybe if they find C dash first, that red team would lose a little bit of ground, but really blue team just never gained any ground. And it was just constantly slipping.
key at the top of White Palace. So we'll see Blum go there immediately.
Yep. Yeah, so we have all best of ones until winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals.
And got Isma's being at Norman. Yeah, and Emo not even needing the C dash to get the last major in White Palace.
Awesome, deciding to say hi to... You don't know which one that was. Is that me? Blossom stopped by my house.
Yippee.
Said hi. Hello. Is that faster than just C-dashing off the top of cliff? Ooh, no. Seeing Chris die to Nosk. Really unfortunate. Yeah, the story of this match is really in the damage count of Serp and all the deaths on blue team. Kind of a story told by how this seed gave scarce damage and health upgrades. And yeah, general unfamiliarity with early game low movement for blue team, kind of making it hard to keep up. But yeah, we're gonna see red team finish here.
Very clean phase one from Emo.
And yeah, we have
Radiant's being nice with Patton in phase two.
seed 6 versus seed 20 here, so of course this was the expected outcome. It's unfortunate that it had to be this far apart. Just kind of, again, a product of that kind of early game where there just was no catching up. Being that late to any progression really hurts.
GG's from Emo. Yeah. Blue team have done such an amazing job in the tourney so far.
Yeah. Good match. It's a good run from blue team. They definitely ran through some pretty difficult opponents. And then yeah. Not a bad showing at all.
And we'll see GG's from Blom any moment now.
Emo re-entering the seed. I don't know if they were maybe going to try to give soul or something. Or it's too late. Wait, what's this? And that's GG. GG's from Red Team. They will be moving on and playing the winner of Maso Oko and Scout
Yeah, Ikmi.
Ichni? I don't,
Ikmi.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're getting the GPZ check here. Hello.
Yippee.
That was just
GG's.
wrong that scene.
How's it going?
Imagine playing well, honestly.
He did great.
All right, what is it?
What do we have at GPZ?
We have a green egg, a red egg, and a purple
And
egg.
a purple egg.
Let's freaking go.
Lovely.
For all those majors that are at egg shop.
Yeah, all the majors that can be at Egg Shop, which is in Durham.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah, exactly.
majors.
Could have gotten 2 soul refills.
Yo.
Yippee.
Wait, 2 of them? That's like
Two of
a
them.
lot.
2. Amazing. I know.
That's kind of a lot of sword refills.
Sounds worth it. Did you guys
Yeah,
like
how was
the
that seed for you guys?
the at the very beginning, I was like, "Hey, Emo, should I go do City? It's 7." And Emo was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." And then like I went to go do City, and you know that jump that you have to jump over the thing where you fall down in Edge in the
Yeah.
first room. I just
Yeah.
fell and didn't jump, and then I was like, "Oh, well, I guess I'm clearing Edge now." This is a pretty
Yippee.
stupid way to decide the answer to this question.
Yippee.
Been there. Yeah, what do you guys think of the seed? How was it?
C dash sucked.
Oh my
I had to
god.
do left atrium. I don't know left atrium. What?
Hey guys.
GG.
GG's. Are you guys also finishing?
Yeah, we'll just like keep going as we're doing this interview stuff, I guess.
Yeah. How was the seed for you guys?
I've not died this many times in a random in a really long time.
No.
Yeah. That's kind of the
Bad
story of the race. We were noticing that.
Supposed to mean.
I like
But
how we
you
got
guys
like
died
the
a lot?
first dive first. Also, I don't know why I decided to do Watchers. Like that was a choice.
Oh,
That
so
was
did-
also
Wait, that was
Blue
our
Team's first
dive.
dive. Yes.
Why?
Because it was the
Thrifted
dive.
watchers.
Lol. I did it like way earlier than I probably should have. I went there and I was like, wait, hold on, we don't have a lot of damage. Well, I guess I'm just here now.
I died to Mantis Lorge, which was very, very sad. I'm sad about that one.
No.
I scared you at the end of Watcher Nights. I scared me too. I scared myself a lot this seed.
I was gonna go into Fog Canyon so much earlier, but then I got down to 1 HP, and then I didn't go into Fog Canyon when I was
Yeah,
getting
that's
drunk.
understandable.
Yeah. And you know what? The major was right there. We could have had race this whole time, but it's okay.
It's just bad anyway. It's fine.
But our goal was to get down to like 10 majors before y'all GG'd, and I think we succeeded, so we'll take that.
We got down to 9 when the GDs
Yippee.
came out, so we take those.
Yeah, we take those. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. We're at 5 now? When did that happen?
No clue.
Wait, you
So,
did all the things. Wow. You're in
What
Path
did
of
I do?
Pain? What?
Oh, I did parts of it. The
Yeah, 'cause
parts
you don't see Dash yet.
before. Imagine
Um,
C dash being needed for anything.
I assume that Blom and Emo got Hera way before we did to get into
Yes.
Fungal.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were talking
Yeah.
about how C Dash could have been in White Palace, could have even been in Path of Pain. It is
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I mean there was always the Queen Station Fireball skip, but
Which
we
I
didn't
failed
know.
and I've
Yeah.
never done successfully before ever. I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I'll attempt it one time, might as well. But like I can't do in between for like turnarounds very well. And then Serp got a Hera finally, so then I was like, okay, we can go
So I
now.
think you have to disqualify me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you have to
Which is
disqualify me.
fine.
I did walking storage.
Oh my god, I
Yippee.
can't
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
it.
Emo did do
Estimate.
wall cling storage. It did happen.
Estimate,
Emo
estimate.
You know
even
what,
jumped. Emo jumped
I
with
jumped
wall cling
out of
storage.
it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
What the heck?
no. Wait, Serp did that
So,
last
whoa.
race too.
Yeah,
Did anyone
but
save
I-
GPC?
Save GPZ. What?
Sorry, save Greta.
Yeah, we have a green egg, a red egg, and a purple egg.
Is
Do
it?
you?
It
Yup.
is.
Wait, that's
Oh.
so good
No.
though. Okay, I approve. That's really funny.
Oh.
Yeah, GPC really needs saving.
I can't believe
Yeah,
this
I
race was
agree.
decided by a major glitch. I can't believe it, guys.
I can't believe it.
Imagine
This is
major
absolutely
glitching.
shocking.
Is it? Oh, it's okay. There's still a lot of things that we haven't done yet.
No.
No. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Well, GG, that was fun. I'm excited to watch it back to see
GGs.
how poorly we were dying playing.
I made plays in the early game.
Nice.
Too.
The shade skip was worth it. I swear.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Did you shade skip to Salubra?
No, I shade
Oh, I
skipped
shade
to
skipped
the
to
journal
Salubra.
above Mantis Village.
Oh.
That was a choice.
They did do that.
It was a major. It was so worth. It was so worth.
Yeah,
It was.
exactly.
Didn't we have Dream Mail then also? Or
We
am I
did not.
tripping?
Oh,
Okay.
I
No, you didn't
like
have Dream Mail then.
That's still a
essentially like,
choice.
oh yeah.
I think we also didn't even know where Claw was at the time.
Oh, you didn't check
Yeah.
Grubs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys
Mm.
hadn't checked Grubs because
Grubs
you guys
then.
are weirdos.
I'm sorry.
Interesting.
Wait, that's not my
Why
fault.
are you
Emo's
apologizing?
sorry.
The Queen Station mask shard. Wow, that was a struggle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think I like third tried it essentially. Like by third try I mean like got down to 1 HP and also died one time. Yeah, it was bad.
I did not game the seed. I skipped Basin Totem at the start. I failed left key skip like a million times and just decided not to do it after a while. I almost died to No Eyes and Watcher Knights.
I think the only thing
There
that
was
I
the
did.
jump incident within the first 10 seconds of the seed.
Wait,
was
where do
The-
I
the
supposed to
jump
go?
We all
The jump
missed.
incident. The jump
But-
incident where I just
Incident.
didn't jump.
No, jumping
Wait.
is hard.
Serp, what's remaining? What do I do? I guess I go into
No.
waterways?
Oh, I'm also here. Hi.
Oh. What's left in city? Oh, Iki, which is at the end of White Palace. Right, okay.
Which
What's
we
left
need
in
C dash
Basin?
for, kinda.
Wait, can you go to Basin and I'll go to waterways? I mean, I
Oh,
guess I can go to
I
Basin.
could.
Just kidding, I'll go to Basin. Wait, have you already fought Broken Vessel?
I skipped Loskin because Loskin is dumb.
Wait, but what is? So
And then I forgot about it
Laskin is the
now.
last thing. Okay, you should go do Laskin and I'll do Waterways.
Okay.
Wait, I'm in the right spot. Yeah, I don't know. Excited to watch it back.
Yeah.
I thought we just got King Station. Oh, it's right here. I can't read.
Let's see. Is there anything? Any questions? Any chat questions?
Oh, I
Anything
don't
anybody
have chat
wants
up.
to
Sorry,
know?
friends.
All good, all good. I will
Don't
relay.
miss
I
Dag.
will
Does
relay.
anyone want to know where Don't Miss Dag was? It's pretty.
Or was it?
It's that high pod.
Oh my
Oh.
god. That's hilarious.
Is that where did you say?
It's that Hive blood. Just do Hive. Don't miss Dag.
Yeah, just do all of
They put a
eyes.
dream
Yeah.
gate in there.
Yeah. Cringe Stag is is cringe. Is that cringe where it belongs?
Yeah, okay. So we had a question of, so basically after you got Claw, why did you choose to delay nail upgrades so much? Blossoms.
Oh.
Nail upgrades are bad. They're time loss.
Hey.
I also
Fair.
forgot that I had
Watcher
them.
Knights.
I forgot that they listen. I actually was thinking about it in the middle of the fight, but then I was like, if I do that, I'm just gonna get hit over and over and over.
I got a nail upgrade very early.
I
Smile.
forgot before the fight,
Smile.
and then in the middle
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
fight,
you
I
got
was
a nail
like,
upgrade very
what's the
early.
point anymore?
I can't believe you didn't use the nail upgrade I shade skipped for. What the heck?
Oh, my bad. That one didn't count.
Do I have a key? I do. We have 4 in fact.
I also forgot to put on any charm, so I was just doing it with Dash Master, Sprint Master, King Soul for some reason, which is not the charm loadout that I would have wanted with all of the charms that we had. So not the greatest Watcher Knights fight of my life.
I got my nail upgrades mid Nosk fight and then still proceeded to die, so
No.
Nosk is
I
a
am
bully.
shocked that I don't think I died that seed, right? I don't think I did, but I had a lot of
Nope.
close calls. I had some moments.
Ow.
Yeah. If there's nothing else, we can start wrapping this stream.
Yeah. Thanks for
Congrats
Tom. Thanks for
to
restream.
Blossom Emo.
Yippee.
Yippee!
GG's to Chris and Serp. Good run.
GD's comms, yay! Woo!
And yeah, I don't know. Does anyone know when the next race is?
And there's one at 7 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. That one's gonna be content. I think it's map area rando with more doors and
Yeah,
all
that's gonna be lots of content.
shenanigans.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
In about 16-ish hours. So
Yeah, something like that. That's how math works.
Yeah,
16-ish hours, and then
Yeah.
we hope to see you all there. Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for rando.
Thanks for
Thanks
Thanks,
for
Have a good one,
Ender.
everyone.
Yippee.
Goodbye.